Jar Oil. The company have filling stations across the country, and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.
Excellent jam, Suede.
Yo, apply. Yo, luta do de. Luta mo nulo jel mo nga andil mahalis. Hello?
Busol mo fine.
What?
Busol mo fine.
Oh, yes!
Wave Axina Gambia. Deposit and withdraw money, pay bills, and buy mobile credit without fees. Transfer money wherever in the country for only 1% fee. At Wave. Busol mo fine? Wave. Your money is yours.
We have the president of the Gambia Breeders Association in the person of Mr. Mustapha John. Mustapha, welcome to West Coast Radio.
Good morning, Peter. Good morning to all your listeners, both in the Gambia and in the diaspora as well.
And viewers as well.
And viewers on YouTube as well.
Very good.
Yes, my name is Mustapha John. I'm the president of GAM United Breeders Association.
GAM United.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's.
I hope there's no Gambia Breeders Association who might have thought, well, you are now taking over.
I'm not sure we can use Gambia for an association, but the word GAM is acceptable.
Yeah, you can use Gambia. For a very long time, we had Gambia Football Association.
Football Association,
yeah. Oh, you can. You definitely can. Gambia is
it's for everyone.
It's every Gambians, yeah. Very good. Yeah, it's Tobaski time, and there's no better time to talk about ram sale. So what is happening?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've organized a trade fair in partnership with the Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry at the trade fair grounds in Brusubi Turntable.
Okay.
So as an association, we work very closely with young people, women, and what we've done, this is the second edition, and what we've done is to bring a structured platform where people can safely sell their rams. They have security 24 hours. They have access to water, access to electricity. And we will be able to work closely with the Department of Livestock and the Ministry of Agriculture to provide the much needed data as well, because it's important for the country to know the amount of rams that are being consumed during Tobaski, and also healthy rams as well. So this is what we're doing. It's the second edition. And as I mentioned, we work closely with young people, and that's extremely important.
Especially women.
Exactly, especially women as well.
How did the first edition go?
It went very well. The main objectives, if I can just bring in some more clarity. The first edition was last Tobaski, and that went very well. What we've noticed is that we've got more young people that are now interested in this business. So for us, the reason for forming this association is to help young people, because youth remain, I think, an important focus in areas such as economic development, sustainability, and nation building. And I think governments, especially in Africa and here in the Gambia, must have conversations around social activities or social investments. And when we talk about that, the primary focus should be empowering young people. Because they have the power for growth across all levels of the economy. And agriculture being an important sector, it employs over 70% of the working population. In a country like the Gambia, over 65% of the population are under the age of 25. And according to the recent World Bank report as well, some of the long-term development challenges that the Gambia is facing is building effective institutions, high population growth, and obviously limited private sector job creation. So there is clearly an existing gap in connecting education, employment, and entrepreneurship. And this creates a great layer of social inequality. So what we've realized is that we have young people that otherwise would have been unemployed or will not contribute positively to society or to the economy. So we brought them together. They're interested in this sector, which is breeding and livestock sales.
And do you have representation from across the country? I mean, your membership, GAM United Breeders Association, do you have, livestock farmers joining from Banjul to Koina, if that's the last point of the country?
Maybe not to Koina, but we do have representation across. So from here, we have in North Bank, we have in CRR, I believe URR, and obviously the Greater Banjul area, West Coast, and KM as well. So it's quite wide.
Well, then it's nationwide.
Yes.
And you talk about needing government support. Support in what form?
So last year, when we did the Tobaski operations, the president did actually visit the site.
Did he buy anything?
He did.
Oh.
He actually did.
Very good. He can afford it. So
I guess so. And the young people were quite excited because it's not even the buying, but the fact that he came and they felt motivated. So they're asking again, is he going to come? But the ultimate point for me is...
Has he been invited to this year's event?
He has been invited. Okay. I think
So maybe he'll come. There's still time.
He'll come. Yes.
Now against Thursday.
Yeah. Now against Thursday, and also the Minister of Agriculture, because I in recent social media platforms I've noticed that the Minister of Agriculture for Senegal has actually gone round to everywhere that there is Tobaski ram sales going on. He made it his duty to visit and understand what is going on the ground. And what we're doing, these are young Gambians. We do have some Senegalese that we have accommodated, but we need to support them. We need to at least motivate them. And it's not just the government that we're calling on. We're also calling on local council leaders as well to come and show their support, and the general population to come and buy rams from these young people. Yeah.
Why do you need the local government councils, as you put it, in particular, to join? Is it because this can help remove the unsightly, location of rams along, highways? Because you see that every time. And they all complain that most of these people who come from outside the country, after selling their rams, they just leave all the mess, deposited there by these animals and just go home. And then they have to pick up the bill of cleaning up.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought this point. They should come and see what we're doing, because what we've done is we've got an enclosed area. I personally don't believe that you need to have rams being sold across the road. We should get to a level whereby we should have an organized area, and that is what we've done, and it can accommodate a lot. Right now we have almost close to 2,000 rams in there. The battle harden is fairly new. They create the mess.
It's very new.
Yes, they leave it there, and they could have all been in certain centers. So for us, you can accommodate a lot. We can accommodate maybe up to 5,000 or 7,000 rams. Oh, wow. You can also have Abuko, you can have Birkama, you can have Buvazon, you can have Banjul. And then the population, I'm sure, wouldn't mind going to these locations to do their Tobaski rams rather than having them running everywhere. There are challenges with that as well. Some of them do face theft because they could get attacked on the roadsides at night. Rams can run into the road and also cause accidents. So aside from the cleaning and creating the mess, I think as a country we need to move away from some of these things and be more structured and more organized.
And in terms of, I joked about the president, being able to afford, rams at the Tobaski ram sale. But in terms of cost, on average, what are your rams going for?
Where we are from 14,000 all the way to even 70,000, depending on the size that you want.
Of course.
So there are two challenges. What we have there is we have local breeders, and we have people who have bought outside, mainly from Senegal. And as you know, I am a banker as well because I work at Standard Chartered Bank, so I understand some of the volatilities of the dollar depreciating at the moment. So it has depreciated greatly. The CFA last year was around 5 555, 560 around this time, and now it's gone to 630, 635.
Goodness me.
So obviously there's a big difference.
Yeah.
And for that reason, the prices have gone up. So that is some of the challenges that you'll find. The ram that you would have been buying for 18,000 last year, perhaps you might buy at 23,000 this year.
Oh, wow.
So that in itself provides a challenge. What we know, according to Gilma, which is the marketing agency for livestock.
The Gambia Livestock Marketing Agency.
Exactly. Yes. The Gambia consumes around 300,000 rams during Tobaski. And 80% of that is imported. About 20% is local. So the whole idea is, how do we now breed locally so we don't have to rely on buying outside, meaning you have to get safer.
Listen, we've been asking this question for the past 60 years.
Absolutely. We're an importing nation, and it's not just the rams, but everything else we consume is imported. So we're at the mercy of the exchange rate volatility, and also if you're shipping, the shipping costs, custom duties. There are all of these things that will play a part.
Well, you're part of a breeders' association. How can you encourage Gambians to, start, if not just rams, but even, poultry and other, animals that we need for food?
I think it's very doable. I think people just have to try, even in your backyard. For example, I grow most of the vegetables that I eat. So from the lettuce or the tomatoes, easily a small bed at the backyard, and you can grow those things. But people need to go into farming, because the population have to eat. It is an area where if you get it right, it can't go wrong. Everyone has to eat. And it's important we know what we're eating, especially if we consume it locally. I think people should really go into agriculture and go into livestock breeding as well.
Fantastic. And if someone wants to contact you at the end of this conversation to find out more about, your Tobaski ram sale, or even order, do you have online service?
Yeah, we are on the social media platforms. Where we have social media handles, Gam United Breeders Association or GUBA. We're on Facebook, Twitter, we're on Instagram as well. They can come to the trade fair grounds. They will meet us there. And people can also call. My number is 3986126. Anyone that wants to reach out, I'll be available. However, when they come to the trade fair grounds, they will find rams. Regardless of how much money you have, you'll have a good, healthy ram.
Really? Even with $10,000?
You'll get a very small one, but you'll get one.
And it will be healthy?
It will be healthy.
Fantastic.
Yes. Because we do have vets there as well that we
good.
work with the Department of
that's
of
very
livestock.
good. So somebody can buy a ram and say, well, listen, I need to prove that this ram is healthy, it's disease-free.
Yes, absolutely. And what we try to avoid there is, because we know
will that come at an extra cost?
No, it doesn't, because we know there is a withdrawal period for even some medications. So our vets go around to ensure that the rams are healthy. Nobody needs to medicate any rams during this period. We only have a few days, and we've been there for 3 weeks now.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Mustapha, thanks for coming. Mustapha John is the president of the Gam United Breeders Association. You're with West Coast Radio.
Jar Oil. The company have filling stations across the country, and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.
Excellent jam, Suede.
Yo, apply. Yo, luta do de de. Luta mo nulo jël moto nga andil ma xaalis. Hello? Ano lay waxal?
Bisul mu fine.
What?
Bisul mu fine.
Oh, yes!
Wave Axina Gambia. Deposit and withdraw money, pay bills, and buy mobile credit without fees. Transfer money wherever in the country for only 1% fee. At Wave. Bisul mu fine? Wave. Your money is yours.